Okay, folks, so before I even start this video, I was thinking you thumbs up the video, you subscribe, you hit the notification icon, and you visit my Patreon page. Isn't that the intro to every YouTube video now? There should be a 10-second skip between when you see a video, because that's the intro to every video now. Hello, everybody. Yeah, welcome to my video. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification icon, go to my Patreon page. Now let me begin the video. That's every video. Every video on YouTube is that. And every podcast I watch is this. They start talking, and 10 minutes into the podcast. And by the way, today's episode is sponsored by... Before, podcasts didn't have any advertisements, and then they had ads at the beginning. Now it's just a podcast. What a podcast is now is basically like a 2-hour ad. You know, I've made videos before on this idea that all modern society is basically just ads. That's it. The whole world just runs on ads. And it's insane that everything just runs on ads. The whole point of anything existing is so you can sell ads. So like, you think the idea of like back in the day when there was TV shows on NBC and ABC and CBS, you think they're promoting TV shows, art, creativity. We have this great idea for a TV show about these two cops who go around. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just they put something on TV so you can watch it and see the ads. That's the only point of television. That's why they cancel shows when they don't get views. It's not because the show's not good, but if people don't watch it, they can't sell ads. Because that's all you're really trying to do, right? Podcast came out. Oh, let's just talk about stuff. It's fun. But now really the only reason anyone has a podcast now is because you can make money on it, because you can just put ads every fucking 5 minutes through it. You're in the middle of an interesting conversation and you stop it to sell underwear. And then you talk again for another 10 minutes, and then you stop again to sell chimpanzee steroids. It's just that's all it is, just ads. Everything is just ads. Ads, ads, ads. Yeah. Fun times, right? I wonder, I've always thought, people are very strange because things have to get so insane before people finally say, hey, what the hell? That's the way I see people, because I've mentioned this a lot, but when I was a kid, I grew up in Eastern Europe, which was still communist at the time. And I remember you would have to line up for like 30 minutes to get a loaf of bread. Here, you can just buy a piece of bread anytime you want. There, you'd have to wait in line. And people are like, well, guess that's just the way it is. And then eventually, you'd have to wait in line for like an hour for a loaf of bread to buy it at the store. And then eventually, you'd have to wait in line for like 2-3 hours. And then you get to the end of the line, or the beginning of the line, to buy the bread. And then it's like, oh, we're sorry, we're out of bread. And then that's when people finally said, okay, enough is enough. We can't even buy a loaf of bread anymore. And then you have your revolution, and then you have this thing called freedom, and then you have capitalism, and then that's much better because before it was shit, but now you have capitalism and freedom, and then 3 people own all of everything, and then you have a bunch of trillionaires and a bunch of poor people. So it's all nonsense anyways. But it just amazes me how bad things have to get before people finally say, wow, that really is messed up. Because when I rant and rave about how everything is just literally ads and it's insane, people are like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. How bad does it have to get before you realize how fucking insane it is? They're going to start playing ads in your fucking eyeballs when you walk down the street. They just shoot lasers in your eyeballs. And like to walk down the street, every block when you walk down the street, they shoot a laser in your eyeball and you have to watch like a 30-second ad. Because everything is just ads. Ads, ads, ads. That's the only fucking reason for anything to exist, just to sell ads. Yeah. Put a dancing monkey on TV to get views, to sell ads. You can put anything on TV as long as people watch. The quality of the content is irrelevant. Just how can we sell more ads? Everything just turns into ads. Podcasts, they start off as this interesting thing about self-expression, just turns into ads. You don't have a podcast, man? But people know you. You're like a relatively known person. You got to start a podcast because every 10 minutes you can just be like, by the way, this episode is brought to you by dirty tampons. Used dirty tampons. Just buy them for $3.99. That's basically modern society. It's just ads. That's all everything is. It's just ads. But you're supposed to have a positive attitude and say, hey, Tony, come on, cheer up. It's cool. We have cell phones and we have cool technology. Things are pretty awesome. All right. I'll cheer up for you guys. It's not insane at all. Don't worry about it. Wow, that was a 7-minute rant, and I haven't even started the video yet. Should I even do this video now? Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Wow. Okay. So this video is actually on the Pixel phone. I'm trying to think why I started with all that ad stuff. I don't even remember. It doesn't even matter. So, I've had the Pixel 2 since it came out, I think. It's been a great phone. Actually, the Pixel 2 is actually probably the Pixel 2 and the iPhone SE are probably my two favorite phones I've ever had. Now, the only reason this phone started kind of bothering me a bit is because the battery life is not that great. Other than the battery life, it is a great phone. And the battery life is not necessarily horrible, but it's not great. It's very average. So recently I thought to myself, let me find an all-right phone that's not too crazy expensive that has amazing battery. So I got this phone, the Samsung A70, right? It's a great phone. It's obnoxiously huge, but it's great for videos and stuff, but it's really huge. But yeah, it just has really great battery life. Now, I installed a program called Gcam on this, which gives you like the Google Pixel photo app so you can take really nice pictures. And the pictures, if you hold your phone really still, they're going to be very similar. The issue is, I don't think this phone has stabilization on it. So if you're taking a picture of something with text, you got to be really steady. You got to hold this because since it doesn't have stabilization, the text will come out blurry sometimes. So it's like you got to really focus on that. But other than that, it's been a great, all right phone, right? But then I heard that the Pixel 4 is coming out, and I thought to myself, oh man, should I have waited for the Pixel 4? Because maybe the Pixel 4 fixes the battery issue on this smaller Pixel. This is not the XL, this is the regular Pixel, you know? So then I watch the Pixel 4 launch thing, the video, whatever it is, and I'm watching it, and I thought to myself, oh my God, you guys really messed this up. So not only did they not address the battery issue, the battery's pretty much the same size as this. So the smaller Pixel is going to have, again, very average battery life. So they didn't address that at all. Second, the most obvious thing in the world is everybody wanted a wide angle lens. So what did Google do? Not give us a wide angle lens. It's really weird I wonder who came up with that? Who came up with that idea that, like, you know what? Let's not have a wide-angle lens. It's insane. In fact, I think during that video that I watched, I think they were saying, yeah, we believe that the telephoto lens is what people want, not the wide-angle lens. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. You messed up, Google. I wonder, like, does one person get to make that choice? Because you have to think, the awareness that this person has to have to give them that sort of power. Like, guys, Google's this whole corporation, a whole team of people, but let's just give the final word to one fucking person. That's really ballsy, because you have to assume this person's really a man of the people or a woman of the people, and they really know what's going on, trends, what people want, because if they don't, they're going to really fuck up the phone. Because if it's just a person who's just like, I don't know, went to Harvard and is like technically really smart and can do complex math and he's good at doing whatever the hell he does, because the people who end up the heads of jobs, you look at them and you think, how the hell do you represent Google, or how do you represent this? Like, for example, I like basketball, NBA, and every time I watch a fucking NBA game, the face that's associated with the NBA is this skinny, frail white dude who's never shot a basketball in his entire life. And he's the face of the NBA. Adam Silver. You look at this guy and you think, if you threw a basketball at him, he would just actually shatter and break in a million pieces. Why is he the face of the NBA? Why is he always talking? Adam Silver, tell us about, I just think that the NBA is a really great organization, and throw a basketball right at his head. His whole body just explodes. He's so frail. He's never played a sport probably his entire... Why is he the face of the NBA? Adam Silver, where's the NBA going? Tell us about this league. Well, the thing is, you got a basketball and you blow it up with some air and you make buckets, and it's a really great sport, and we're trying to export the game to Lithuania. What the hell? Why? So then I wonder, this head of Google who makes the final choice, is it one person who says, you know what, guys? I know what's going on. I'm a man of the people or a woman of the people. The people don't want a wide-angle lens. Let's not give it to them. And everyone else at Google's like, well, you really know your stuff because you don't really know what's going on out there. You have a year out in the world, and we're going to trust you. Well, for sure, don't trust that person, whoever had the final say, because it's kind of obvious that everybody wants a wide-angle lens. That's not even a mystery, right? So you completely fucked up. Everybody wants a wide-angle lens. And what do? You're like, nah, we think the telephoto lens is more important. Nah, you fucked up. But it's weird that you fucked up because it's so obvious that that's what people want right now. They want a wide-angle lens, right? It's not even a mystery. So who is the guy that you're picking to have this final say? Is it the CEO of Google? Is it the head of the whatever pixel department? Whoever the hell it is. They don't have their eye on the pulse. They're not a man of the people or a woman of the people. They know nothing, basically. Yeah, I know they went to Harvard and they're also a lawyer, but they're also like a physics professor, and they have 80, I was going to say 18 or 80, I don't know. They have all these degrees and they're technically really brilliant, but that doesn't really mean anything. You know, just because you went to fancy schools and you have degrees doesn't mean you have any social awareness of what's going on in the world. And doesn't mean you're a man of the people. It doesn't mean you understand what people want. You could just be completely clueless. You're just technically really smart. Is that the person you want to make the choice and be like, you know what? I know what people want. Fuck the wide-angle lens. Well, and on top of that, for sure, if you're going to remove the fingerprint sensor on your phone, make it so you can't unlock the phone by sleeping. That's brilliant too. Yeah. So what's the awesome safety feature by removing the fingerprint sensor? Oh, it's okay. You can have facial recognition, but it's okay. You can be in a coma and you can still unlock somebody's phone. Oh, they're in a coma. Let me give you the boop. There you go. Brilliant. Yep. Good stuff. But remember, everything is just ads. Maybe the reason, I'm not really quite sure why I started off the video with that 8-minute rant about ads, but it is Google. So ads, Google, you know, I don't know. Maybe there's some relation there, but it doesn't matter. Well, that's about it. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.